Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison, and today we are going to do a old school YouTube classic, an Empties video. Now, I have been watching and loving Empties videos for over a decade on YouTube. I think they are such a great way to get a detailed review on what someone actually thinks of a product, because so oftentimes we hear from influencers after they've used a product like a couple nights and they're like, I loved it, I recommend it. But like when a product is fully used up, you've used every ounce of it, you've been using it for weeks or months, like you really know what you think about it. And so I'm going to share with you if I've repurchased the product, if it's something that I've used time and time again, or if I don't recommend it. I have been using clean beauty products for over a decade. That's what I love to use. It's what I love to shop, oftentimes from smaller companies or women-owned companies. If you love Empties videos, I actually have a little playlist of Empties videos throughout this year that I have been creating for you here on this channel, because on my channel, I love to talk about my low-buy journey, the clean and green beauty and skincare products I use, the books that I read, and how to just live a more intentional life. Like less time on our phones, doom scrolling, more time in our lives, enjoying the things that you love and enjoy. For me, I live here in Joshua Tree. I love to be outside. I love to read my books. So if intentional living, low buy journeys, things like that are interesting to you, I'd love for you to subscribe. And lastly, I will just say, because of my low buy journey, I am also doing a project pan. Now, 10 months into the year, a lot of these products are being unearthed from like under the bathroom sink, things like that, because I'm doing project pan. And a part of my low buy journey, I can only buy replacement products once I've used up like all the shampoos in my house, then I can buy a new shampoo. So we've got some really interesting empties in today's video. And without further ado, because there's a lot to get through in this basket, let's dive into it. All right, I have separated it into categories. So we'll work through like skincare, body care, hair care, and makeup empties. So categorize them in that way. And then I'll just reach in and we'll get started. First, I have this Acure Radically Rejuvenating Overnight Bakuchiol Treatment. This is a night cream that I got from Marshalls or something like that, for my travel toiletry kit. This was fine. I would not repurchase it. It wasn't actually that thick, even though it's called a night cream. That's what I was looking for, because a lot of times when you travel, your skin gets a little more dehydrated, especially if you've been on planes. And I really didn't find this anything special, but you can see I used it up. I love that it's in an aluminum tin, so it's nice and easy to recycle, and you can really squeeze out like every bit of it as you fold it up. So I like these like aluminum tubes, but I won't be repurchasing. Next up, I have the One Love Organics Brand New Day Microderm Abrasion Scrub. And this is really cool. You can use it as a mask, or you can use it as an exfoliating scrub. So this product is one of those that I have repurchased in the past. This is probably my second, maybe third jar over a lot of years, but something that I have not been using in a long time. And because of my project pan, I found it and was like, okay, there's only this much left in it. I'm going to stop using my like Paula's Choice liquid exfoliant, which I've enjoyed using more over the last few years. And so physical exfoliators just aren't my favorite thing to use anymore. Maybe it's because, now that I'm 41, my skin's more mature. I just don't feel like I need that like really intense scrubbing anymore. Not that this is really intense. This is a super fine powder. So if you like a physical exfoliant, but you want it to feel gentle and like kind of creamy almost, I totally recommend this. I've never used it as a mask all the years that I've bought it and gone through multiple jars. It's not something that I see myself repurchasing, but I have used it up. It's empty. I'm proud. It's like cleaned out now of the drawers, and I can recycle it. But if you like physical exfoliants, but you want a gentle one, I do recommend this. My next product is Wash It Out Gel Cleanser by Versed. This is a ceramide and rose water gel cleanser. I got this at Marshall's because it was a brand that I recognized. It had ingredients that I like, and I like this kind of gel cleanser as my second cleanse when I'm in the shower. So before I jump in the shower, I will use my balm or oil cleanser to work off all the makeup, the sunscreen, the dirt that I have on my face, jump into the shower, get that off, and then wash my face again with like more of a soapy gel cleanser. And that works really well for my skin type. And I found just that I'm not too fussy about the second cleanse gel cleanser. Like I just need it to remove the residue of the oil or the last bit of SPF or anything like that, because the cleansers don't like sit on your skin like your facial oil or anything like that. I'm not too fussy about them being like the most pure high end, because you put it on your skin and you're washing it off within the minute. This worked well. It was 4 ounces. It was a good buy because, again, I got it at Marshall's. And I guess if I saw it there again and I needed another one, I would pick it up. But you know, I also, because I love products like this, I would most likely buy something else just because I'd want to try something else. But it wasn't because I didn't like the way that this performed. I have the Fit Glow Beauty Eye C Firm Cream. Now this is in their old packaging. This is a beautiful, high-end, expensive eye cream that I have bought multiple bottles of. I buy them on Black Friday from Beauty Heroes, a great online beauty, skincare, makeup shop, women owned by a woman in Northern California. I will link that down below, with as well as most of these products, or as many as I can. I've gone through a lot of these, like probably like 2 a year, and they're expensive. They're like $80 a bottle. I love it. I don't know what else to say. It works great. Oh, it is the only eye cream I have ever used that I can actually see a difference in the darkness of my circles. So I know some of us tend to have more issues with puffiness, and others seem to have dark circles. I am a dark circle girly. That is my like struggle with my under eye, and then also just wanting them to be more moisturized, fine lines, all of that sort of stuff. And I just love this product. And most likely this Black Friday, I will be buying another bottle of it. This rejuvenating lip scrub is by the brand Rooted Beauty. And this is one of those sad things that happens when you start to do a project pan, is that you find things that have gone off. Like it has that smell. Like all natural products, if you are starting to get into all natural products, or you already have and you notice that they start to kind of smell like crayons from childhood, and when they do, that is the telltale sign that it's gone off. And so on my project pan journey, I'm like digging through my drawer and I'm like, oh, a lip scrub. I don't use lip scrubs. Clearly, I never needed a lip scrub because I used like 1/8 of this jar. But sometimes, like if they get like a little sunburned in the summer or something like that, then I like to have a lip scrub. But it's so easy to make. Just go get some sugar from your kitchen and like coconut oil and make a little and scrub it, and exfoliate your lips if you actually need it. Anyways, it's just not something that I need in my life. I will not be repurchasing any lip scrub, let alone this one. This one is fine. If you like lip scrubs, this one worked fine. Like pretty oily, as they tend to be, based in oil to like hydrate and exfoliate your lips, but it's just not a product that I use or that I need. And now I can officially just like say goodbye to it, learn my lesson, and move on. CNP Laboratory Propolis lip cream was an Amazon impulse buy from a year and a half ago. I have some videos that I've made on mindless and emotional shopping. So if that's something you struggle with, definitely check those out. This was in my time when I would mindlessly like build, shopping carts, Amazon Prime Day, search for things that I really didn't need. I love to have like a thicker lip balm or cream at my bedside to put on right before I go to bed. And so that's why I bought this. Did I actually need one at the time when I bought it? No, I did not. So in my new, low buy journey, like I can only buy things when I've used things up. And so this one I finally came into rotation and I used it up. it's just really messy. It's really bulky, a lot of plastic packaging. You like twist it and it like comes up through that little hole and then it like smear it on your lips. I don't recommend it. So I probably won't even link it below, but it's a reminder to myself of like why I'm doing this journey, why I'm being a more conscious consumer. This is a skin renewal clay mask by the brand Lunaliss. This is something that I was gifted, I don't know how many Christmases ago, maybe like 2 or so Christmases ago. I used as much of it as I could. It doesn't smell the same as it used to, but you can see like I made a good dent in it. Another realization on my Project Pan journey is like I'm not really into face masks. I don't do them as frequently as you should, right? Like once a week face masks. I just don't get around to it. I feel like because I have acne prone skin, a lot of like clay masks that like draw things out or things like that like don't often help the situation. I feel like they kind of like make it a little worse. I used it. I don't recommend it. It was just fine. I didn't see any effortless brightening and lifting and firming. Like I didn't see any of that when I used it. So I used it a few more times this year to try to use it up, and then I went to use it again and I was like, this smells funky and different. And I definitely don't want to put something that has expired on my sensitive skin. So we're just gonna say goodbye and move on. Josh Rosebrook is an incredible like high-end green beauty skincare brand, and I love some of their products. I did not love this. This is a deluxe sample. It's a half a fluid ounce of their daily acid toner. This is their brightening facial toner. It's also exfoliating. It has some like AHA in it. I'm glad that I had a deluxe sample of it. It kind of smells a little bit like vinegary, but not like pure vinegar. Like it just has like notes of vinegar, which is not pleasant. Like I love like when like the facial oils I use like smell so beautiful and botanical, because I am a person that genuinely loves my skincare routine. I love to double cleanse my face and use my toners and my serums, and that is why I have acquired a lot of them over the years. When I don't enjoy like putting it on my face, and I don't keep reaching for it. But again, on my Project Pan journey, I pulled it out, I replaced it. Like after I got through the microdermabrasion scrub, I went back to my Polish Choice BHA, AHA like toner, which I absolutely love and have repurchased many times. And then I was like, okay, time to get after this. So like I put Polish Choice away again, like use my way through this. I was thinking that like this would replace my Polish Choice. Like I would start to want to purchase this instead of that, but that's not the case. So use this up, but not going to be repurchasing. This is a sample that I got from an Illia order that I placed earlier this year. This is really cool because I've been seeing like lots of influencers and people online just talking about their skin milk, and I really liked this. And it was cool to get this sample because I could use it. I used it maybe 3 or 4 times. I really liked it. So it's like I don't really have like a skin essence milk in my skincare routine now, but I do have other serums that I'm going through, and I feel like this is like a lightweight serum, so probably not the best for like as we're heading into winter anyways. Something that I'm like keeping in mind that I would love to have in my skincare collection, but just trying to be mindful of the shopping right now. But that's like the best about samples, if you actually use them, you know, like just like the Josh Rosebrook, like I got to use it enough times to realize that I don't want to pay full price for a full-size bottle of it. And same thing with the Illia. Like Illia and Josh Rosebrook are not inexpensive brands, so it's nice to get to like use something a bit before you decide if you actually want to keep it or not. All right, I used through the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. This is in plastic packaging, so it makes it really great for travel. This is 2 ounces, and I loved this. It worked so well at emulsifying off. A lot of times cleansing balms that say they're emulsifying, you got to really work at them, or sometimes I find like you just have to use a cloth to get them off anyways, but not this one. This one like turned into like a milky like balm and rinsed away in the warm water of the shower. I loved using it. e.l.f. is cruelty free. They don't have like the most like all natural clean ingredients. Trying to find some budget options on my journey of like using through products and being on a low buy. Okay, this brand is cruelty free, it's no phthalates, but it's not like, you know, an Illia like super pure green beauty brand. And I feel comfortable with like cleansers. So I would totally repurchase this because of the price point and how effective it was. Totally recommend if you kind of walk that line of not being like a purist in your clean beauty journey for some of the products that don't like stay on your skin all day. All right, speaking of being a purist, these next two items are super high end, like beautiful, in my opinion, top of the line green beauty. Laurel Skincare. This is a women owned Northern California brand that uses 100% like wild botanical oils. They say they're serums. I've said this before, but they are absolutely like a facial oil. It is a rich, like orangey color. It smells incredible. It hydrates my skin. It sinks in, but stays like plump after it sinks in. It has never broken me out, and I am prone to acne. They are so lovely. And they are so expensive. So this 1 ounce bottle, I believe, is like maybe $80, $90. I buy it on Black Friday. I'm just such a fan of this brand. And I found that with this brand, because of the price point, but also because of some of the other things I've been talking about, like I don't have all the Laurel skincare products. Maybe if I wasn't on a budget and a woman of different means, like I would love to have that, but that's not the case. That's not my reality. So I choose to get the really rich, potent oils that I pack into my skin and sit and nourish and sink into my skin versus a mask, you know, an essence, a cleanser. Like I would love to own those things, but it doesn't feel like the best place to put my limited dollars. Just really cannot recommend. This is her clarifying relief like balance serum facial oil. I love it so much. This is my second bottle of the year because every Black Friday I buy 2 bottles of it to last me. And it lasts me typically around until like August, September timeframe, you know, because you're using 5 drops and it's 1 ounce. So I feel like that also makes it a worthwhile purchase for me. This Queen of the Night cream by Mukti. I don't know if I'm saying that brand right. This is a high-end green beauty brand from Beauty Heroes. And this is in this beautiful glass jar. This cream was thick. Like if you want a super thick, nourishing night cream, holy cow, I have never experienced anything as real thick as this. This is totally plant-based, collagen, ceramide cream. It is lovely. I could feel it on my skin in the morning, but not in a bad way. Like just like when I wash my face in the morning, there's still like a little bit there, which is incredible, especially for living in the desert and being 41. This was actually a gift with purchase for Black Friday. Again, like can't talk enough about Beauty Heroes apparently. I loved it so much. They have 3 like levels of creams. And so I'm thinking for Black Friday, I'm gonna try the middle range one. This is like the most moisturizing, and then there's like a super lightweight one, which I'm not interested in, but I feel like I wanna try the middle one because this smelled so beautiful, worked so lovely on my skin. Also, the middle one is like a little bit cheaper than this one. I loved using this and would totally repurchase. My last skincare item is an item that is these collagen glow masks. I mean, if you're on TikTok and Instagram, you've probably been hit up by them. Really intense collagen Korean skincare masks. And these sit on your face and it takes about 3 hours for them to sink in. So this is like no other sheet mask I have ever used. I didn't have any sheet masks and I was feeling real parched throughout the summer living here in the desert, and I succumbed to the ads, had my low buy budget, and I didn't have any sheet masks. I bought them. I still have some more. I've been enjoying using them. I don't really enjoy the smell, but like once it's on your face, I don't smell it, but like while I'm putting it on, I don't really like the smell of it because I can't smell it the 3 hours that I'm wearing it. it's fine. My skin looks really plump and lovely for like the week after I use it. So I kind of get the hype on these. I do recommend, but I've only used 2. I'm going to use through the other ones before I would officially say that. Next, to just do a little rapid fire, some like dental care products. This is the Better by Design Peppermint Floss. Is floss that I have repurchased countless times. This is 55 yards, so it lasts a long time. I found with other flosses that you got to look at how many yards they come. If you're a nightly flosser like me, like you will churn through the floss. So like 55 yards lasts me a long time. I love that it comes in this paper container. And even after using it for weeks, like it folds up. So the paper container isn't flimsy. So I definitely like that, have repurchased, would repurchase. This Luminex whitening mouthwash, I got as like a deluxe sample when I bought their whitening strips. This I can't necessarily say that I recommend or saw any like benefits of it. It was fine. It was a peppermint mouthwash. But these, on the other hand, I absolutely recommend the Luminex whitening strips. They are non-toxic, enamel safe. These will not make your teeth sensitive. It's coconut oil and lemon peel oil. It works so well. Oh, and sage oil apparently. So easy to use. Pop them on 30 minutes. Can't eat or drink 30 minutes after. So like time yourself in a time of like an hour of no eating or drinking besides water. And I buy these on Amazon, have repurchased multiple boxes of them, and have finally made it through this box. Some body care products. This next one is a lotion bar from this beautiful women-owned Latin company, I believe from Mexico. Lotion bars just like aren't really my thing, and living in the desert, it got melty and then like trapped in there rather than like popping it out. How they're supposed to work, it's like a bar soap, but it with the warmth of your skin is how the oils like come off and then get absorbed. I just found it kind of cumbersome, but I love this jar. Like part of me is like, I don't want to recycle that jar or this like metal tin, but I have seen they have like other products and it smelled lovely. So I would be open to trying like other things from this brand. Lotion bars aren't for me. If you've watched my Project Pan video, you know that I will cut into products to use them up. So this is the Alba Botanical Sunless Tanner Golden Tan Without the Sun lotion. I've gone through a few bottles of these like throughout the last few summers. Only one a summer. I'm not really like a tan, like put on tanner religiously like every week or so, how some girlies do. It's not really my thing, but I do like to have this to like put on my legs if I'm going somewhere and I know I'm going to be in like shorts and dresses and bathing suits a lot or something like that. I usually only ever use it on my legs. My arms get enough sun living in the deserts. I do like this. I've never found it streaky, not orange, but it is not like the foaming tan that you see when people like tan. Once it's absorbed, it stays on my skin for a few days. I find that it works great, and I like the color of it. Again, this is the golden color, and probably next summer I'll repurchase it. Another product that I've chopped into. This is actually, I just repurchased it, so I have a new one in my bathroom that I'm using through. This is the Andalou Naturals Cacao Body Butter, and I love it. I love this body butter. It has a really great cocoa butter smell, sinks into the skin nicely, but is not a thin lotion. Like it is a body butter, which I really need and love here living in the desert. Like I said, I've repurchased it and I can see myself buying it again because like Andalou Naturals is a really affordable, all natural green beauty care brand. If you've watched others of my empties, you know I always have a few bar soap wrappers. This one is the Dr. Bronner's Classic Lavender. This one is by Dr. Natural. I'm assuming that it's trying to be a knockoff of this, but when you read all the ingredients, they're really good, and it was a 2-pack at the grocery store. Castile soap, this was peppermint. You know, I don't use plastic bottles of shower gel. I just use bar soap to wash my body in the shower, and these have both worked great. Lots of times I'll have other ones. I don't save all of the packagings of the bar soaps that I use. I go through bar soaps pretty often. I love to find all natural bar soaps like at little gift shops, things like that. But then also it's nice just to have like the classic Dr. Bronner's that you can use through. Would definitely repurchase both of these. Already have. They're just like classic Castile bar soap. This is another, only because of Project Pan, finally got used up, Burts Bees body lotion. This is like their milky lotion. This is a deluxe sample that I think I got like in my stocking from my mother-in-law or my mom for Christmas one year. I don't even know when, but I just like used it up to use it. So I didn't actually put it like in my travel kit. I just like used it a few nights, probably for like a week. Now it's used up and it's finally gonna get out of my bathroom. It's fine, but I'm never gonna buy a full bottle of this. The milky honey smell, it just smelled a little off. I didn't enjoy the smell of like milky honey. Wouldn't recommend. Not going to purchase like a full size of it. This is something that I would repurchase if I could, but they don't make it anymore. This was a beautiful body oil by Jordan Samuel Skincare, and in this great glass packaging. It smelled kind of like lemons, and it was lightweight, and it's sunken lovely, and it was just, oh, I loved it so much. I would repurchase it if I could, but I can't, so we won't dwell on it. All right, moving on. This is the InnerSense Detox Hair Mask. This is a super rich, maybe you can see that, like the black. So there is like charcoal in there. There is black clay in there. It is not my favorite. This again is something because of Project Pan. Like I was like, I'm gonna use that up finally. I've had it in my shower for over a year, but it smells the exact same. I absolutely love InnerSense. If you want to try like a higher end, beautiful, all natural hair care product, like especially if you wear your hair natural, I love InnerSense products. This was something that I wanted to try because like when you wear your hair all natural, you use a lot of like products on it. And so really cleanse the scalp. It's a clarifying detox treatment to remove buildup. Did it do that? I'm sure it did, but it wasn't a great experience. Maybe if you have shorter hair, this would be easier, but I feel like focus it on the scalp and then you're rinsing it out, but it's got to like rinse through all of the lengths of your hair if you have long hair, and then it's like, is it really out? And then you're like doing a bunch of work, and then I feel like I'd have to like shampoo again to like really get it out. So I focused on it over this summer and would use it every few hair washes, even though I didn't want to, but I finally used it up and definitely won't be repurchasing. This one is also a Project Pan, like let's get through the things that we are not enjoying so they're not just like hanging out. This Hebalix Restorative Pure Botanical Shampoo in Tropical Cove for normal to dry hair. This is a super hippie brand. And if you watch my Project Pan video, you'll know that I actually ended up using this product up as a hand wash. I pulled it out with Project Pan. I was like, okay, I'm going to finally work on that shampoo. I used it for like 2 washes. And as someone who wears her hair natural, like I do not wash my hair like more than 2 times a week max. So it was going to take a long time to use it up. And I was like, I hate the way my hair feels. There's no slip. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't care if I'm on a Project Pan, but I was like, oh, I could use it up as like a hand wash. So I put it in a pump and I used it up as a hand wash, and now it's empty and moving on, and don't recommend it. Not gonna repurchase it. Organic natural hair oil. I've had one of these bottles in a previous Empties because it came in a pack of 2. With some autoimmune issues that I have, I deal with a lot of hair shedding. And so I'm always looking for products that will help my hair grow, help my hair get thicker. And this was a beautiful hair oil. So really pure, all natural ingredients, like just like castor oil, argan oil, rosemary oil, these oils that like work really well for the hair. It was lovely and really thin, because like if you've tried castor oil on your hair to help it grow, you know how like thick and viscous that oil is. They, with this recipe of like multiple oils, it was such a thin, beautiful oil to use. The reason why I'm not going to repurchase it is because I only wash my hair once to twice a week, wearing it all natural. I didn't feel like I could use this enough to see the benefits. I feel like with hair oils, growth serums, things like that, you really have to be using them daily or every other day to see the results. So I can't say that it like worked or it didn't work, because I wasn't using it as instructed, because I couldn't keep putting oil on my scalp day after day with only washing my hair like every 4 to 5 days, if that makes sense. If you are like me, then, and you don't wash your hair that often, I don't recommend it, because I don't feel like I could like use it as frequently as I needed to get the benefits of the hair growth. Last but not least, I have some makeup empties, which always feels like just the crown jewel of empties, because makeup takes forever to use up. I think also with just doing this project pan journey, and I talked about it in that video, but like you really realize how long it takes to use products up. Like I was talking about with that Laurel face oil, like one bottle lasts me like 4 to 5 months. Like that's a long time. And when you're just constantly buying more makeup or more face oils, like you end up having so many. And because they're small, it's like in our minds, we think we're gonna like use them up fast, but they actually last a long time. When you use up a makeup item, it feels like a more exciting of an empties, I think. This is the Brow Pop brow pencil from Kosas. It is in this really cute, chunky packaging. It is a twist up with this like fine tip applicator at one side and then just a spoolie on the other side. This was in the color dark brown, and what I loved about this color is that it did not pull warm. So oftentimes with brow products that are brown, they will pull very warm tone, almost ready. And as someone who has a mixture of very cool toned brunette hair plus all my silver hair, I definitely have to have like a very cool toned brow product, or it just looks off, like with brows being very warm tone. It's happened to me in the past, but this is a beautiful color. I loved it. It went pretty fast. I don't think like you actually get that much like product in it. I would repurchase it, but I'm curious to try like a brow product from another brand. I do know that I liked this and I liked the tone of the brown, so I just might repurchase this. This is the Kosas Mascara. All the like words on it have rubbed away. This was the travel size, and I've kept it in my like travel bag, and it's just like so dried out and all used up. So it was fine. Like if you want really voluminous, like thick lashes, that's not my favorite. I like lengthening and separating mascara. So that's why I wouldn't repurchase this mascara. But if you like volume mascara, like I would totally recommend this one from Kosas. 2 lip balms. This is the vanilla one from EOS, and this is the Ultra Conditioning Burt's Bees Moisturizing Lip Balm. Both were just fine. I would not like rush out to repurchase any of these. This is also a project pan like unearthing. This is the Bare Minerals Ready Everyday Shadow, the Lucky Duo. Like this is so old, you guys. Like I don't even want to talk about how many years old this is, but I actually hit pan on this one, and I have a beautiful palette from Kosas that I would rather be using. It doesn't smell off, it still works. I'm like, why am I keeping this? Like I don't reach for it. I haven't reached for it for years. I've hit pan on one of the colors. Like, let's just say goodbye. Let's just declutter it and say goodbye. This is a bronzer from e.l.f. This is the primer infused bronzer. You can see it's like completely gone from the packaging. I used it up, except for I had like the slightest like ring of bronzer left, and I was still trying to use it, and then I dropped it, and the ring that was left all crumbled away, and I was like, you know what? if we have like this much of a ring left on it, we can just say goodbye. I do not need to like use through the powder that has like crumbled and broken off. I think also sometimes when you've like used something for so many years, you just want something new. You know what I mean? So like as a bronzer, it was a fine bronzer. It was a nice glow. Did I notice anything with the primer infused bronzer of it? No. Forever Sunkissed was a nice color. I used it up, but I'm just not repurchasing it because Elf is not a brand that I would want to buy like something that like stays on my skin. Now that I've like come to that conclusion, like I really love that cleansing balm from them, but like makeup wise, like I think I'm just not gonna be buying Elf makeup going forward. This, you know, is a holy grail of mine if you've been on the channel. I absolutely love this Australia Gold Botanical 50 Tinted SPF. This is their BB Cream Lightweight Matte Finish Sunscreen, and I absolutely love it. It is a mineral sunscreen. I wear it every single day. I have it on today. I buy it from Vitacost. It is 3 ounces, 50 SPF, and I like at $15 a bottle. Like it is such a good buy, and it works so well swimming, hiking. Like I absolutely love this stuff. Have gone through multiple bottles of it. Already am using another bottle currently. Just like can't recommend this facial sunscreen enough. If you are looking for just like a tinted SPF that you want to be mineral based, give this a try. I don't think you will be disappointed. My last one is this RMS Illuminizer in the color Magic. This was a really beautiful, like little like champagne-y gold illuminizer. I loved it. I had it for years and I've used it up, and I won't be repurchasing it because I have found an Illia multi-stick. I can't think of the name of it. I've talked about it in other videos of mine. But I love that. I love also the application. Like I don't have to like dip my finger in and then some gets stuck under my nail. And RMS has such beautiful ingredients, super like highlightery, a gorgeous color. I just really like the Illia stick for like ease of use. I bought the Illia stick a few months ago to replace this, and it's just like after I've used something for so many years, I just want to try something new, because clearly I love all natural beauty care and skincare products. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I love Empties videos. I hope I gave you some great recommendations. If you have an item within these categories that you feel like now that you've watched this video, you know what kind of products I'd like, I'd love to know your recommendations down in the comments below. You can check out my other Empties videos if you want to just keep hearing someone yap about skincare and beauty care products. I'm your gal. I love to yap about these things. I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. I will link my Project Pan video next, because that goes all about like how to get through the stuff and the clutter in your house and become a more conscious consumer around our beauty and skincare products, because they can really pile up in a person's bathroom. And if you're wanting to like declutter some of that and move through some products and get your own empties going, I definitely recommend that video next. I hope you all have a really great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.